Welcome to the Daily Devotional Podcast with author, pastor, and speaker Zach Maldonado, a podcast about helping you know and enjoy Christ each day.
Almost 2,000 years ago, Jesus was working his way in Jerusalem and doing a bunch of things, and we get to what some call Holy Wednesday. And what we find in Scripture is a whole lot of nothing. Perhaps after a few days of entering Jerusalem and teaching and doing all these things, maybe Jesus just needed a rest and he kind of just took the day off. And that's okay. So on Wednesday of this week, we don't really see much happen except some details. Well, maybe some implications is the best way to put it. I titled the message of this podcast, Jesus Will Never Betray You. And the reason I did was because on this day, well, at least leading up to this day, or even at the culmination of this day into the next day, tomorrow, Judas would betray Jesus. Judas, one of his 12 disciples. Remember, Judas was with Jesus for 3 years. Judas had seen all the miracles. Judas had seen firsthand Jesus, but yet he got tricked. He got duped. He ended up betraying Jesus. And so Judas's plan to do that was in motion on this day. And what's so crazy is even with what we'll see with Barabbas on the crucifixion, that literally they said, no, take Jesus and give us Barabbas. So they said, take this innocent man and give us this criminal. And isn't that the gospel, that Jesus took our place, that we were the criminal, we deserved death, we deserved hell, we deserved the punishment, and yet Jesus took our place and we were rescued and set free. But on this day, on Wednesday, Jesus is betrayed. Jesus knew this would happen. He knew this was going to take place. We see that at the Last Supper, which we'll talk about tomorrow in tomorrow's episode. But Jesus knew that there was a chance that he would do all of this work. He would go to the cross. He would resurrect. He would forgive us. He would love us. And we may never love him back. He did all of this knowing very well that we may never love him back. And that's why, because of what Christ has done, because of the love that he has for you, the love that has no expiration date, the love that has no ending, Jesus will never betray you. I know we've all had friends, we've all had people in our life who has betrayed us. Man, I've had that happen more times than I'd like to admit. People have betrayed me, and it's hard. And it hurts, and it creates this barrier for you to trust people again, right? You even trust people fully. And what we can have confidence in is that Jesus is not going to back out. Jesus is not going to betray us. Jesus is not going to wake up one day and leave us. Jesus is not going to change his attitude towards us. Jesus is not going to change his mind towards you, because even if you betrayed him, he'll never betray you. Even if you try to leave him, he'll never leave you. And so Judas, he betrayed Jesus, but Jesus, he'll never betray us. He'll never forsake us. He'll never leave us. He's always in us. You may try to run from God, but he's right there in you. He's with you. You may not feel God, but he's still there with you. If we are faithless, God remains faithful. The whole point of the cross and the resurrection is that we weren't able to be totally sold out, totally committed, totally on fire, totally whatever for God. And Jesus knew that. And he said, that's why it's all about me. It's all about my work. It's all about my dedication. It's all about my commitment. You can do nothing to cause me to leave you. You can do nothing to cause me to betray you. You do not need to do anything to continue to keep me in you. You don't need to do anything to keep me inside of you, to keep me loving you, to keep me doing anything. God has done it all. So even when we mess it up a million times, God is still loving us. He's still for us. He's still with us. And he will never, ever betray you.
You've been listening to the Daily Devotional Podcast with Zach Maldonado. Join us each day for a new devotional that will help you know and enjoy Christ. For more great content from Zach, including his books, sermons, and more, check out zachmaldonado.com.